wrong key. Thanks, Red Dragon, for letting me know that. Um, anyway, so one of the things that I like to do, and I wasn't going to tell you were on stream anytime soon, but one of the things I like to do is kind of pick up guys that are newer to the universe that are making some of those mistakes that I made early on, and teach them
Yeah.
what the heck is going on. Okay. Um, it makes the game 10 times more enjoyable, and kind of like where you were at this morning, where you were like, you don't even know if it's worth playing anymore. Dude, the game's worth playing. It's an alpha. You kind of got to take it with a grain of salt.
Oh, I am because, like, one of my biggest problems with it is, like, I have this great setup. I've got a 2080. I've got a Ryzen 7 2700, 3.7 gigahertz. I've got 32 gigs of RAM,
Mm-hmm.
but my FPS seems to hover around 20 to 30,
All right.
and it generally crashes to about 15, and I'm not entirely sure why.
All right. So you're on a 2080, right?
Yep.
And you're running an AMD processor. Okay, so sometimes you can run into some conflicts between the NVIDIA and the AMD gear. I
Okay.
have seen that happen before in the past, but I don't think that's really much of an issue. The 2080 is more than capable of running. Um, by the way, we have a freelancer out on the deck, so if you want to follow me out,
Yeah.
we can chat in route. Um, But you've got 32 gigs of RAM, so you're doing good. You're solid there. I'm assuming it's the DDR4, at
Yep.
least the 32 series.
Yep.
All right. So you're checking that box. Are you playing on an SSD?
Yep.
All right. So that's check two. Um, your 2700, is it the X model or is it the standard model?
I believe it's standard.
Okay. So you're playing on a 4-core processor, I believe.
Mm,
I think the
Let me double check.
2700 was a 4-core.
I'll double check in just a second.
All right, no worries. I'm going to be flying anyway, so it's no big deal. And besides, getting used to this sucker after flying the Caterpillar is brutal.
Hmm.
It's 10 times more maneuverable. Engines on. Oh, wait a minute. Are we about to... Nope, there we go. Okay, engines on. Alright, I think what happened is you sat down before I did.
Okay.
So hop up back out of the chair. I gotta get in the pilot seat before you sit down, or I lose control. That's one of the freelancer's little kinks.
Okay.
Alright, there we go. So usually what I'll do is I'll kind of lift off just up out of the rings here, and that's when I usually try and set my course. But we're going to set for Hurston, and then we're going to set for Ida. So if you check your map, you'll be able to see kind of what's going on there. And why are we obstructed? That's not cool. All right.
Okay. I do have the X series 2700X 8-core processor.
Okay, good. That's the thing I was wanting to make sure of. So I guess we're going to hurl L1 first because apparently everything's obstructed. Interesting.
Yeah, that was the problem I was running into in the cat earlier, trying to get back to Hollister here.
Alright, so then here's what we do. We take and oftentimes when you start to have these kind of glitches with your Mobi-Glass, what you do is you clear your route and come out of Mobi completely. Find an alternate place to jump. Just hit your spool and find another location that you can head off to. even if it's just a short intermittent jump that you don't really want to take.
Okay.
I found that a lot of times that'll actually reset things. So like right now we're flying to Daymar. Even though it's telling me obstructed, we're flying to Daymar, so it's not really an issue. So the Freelancer, although it is a free ship, like I said, does tend to give you some issues here or there.
Right.
But it's all good. See, it's still telling me obstructed, but it looks like it's probably going to let me go ahead and launch it anyway. We're just getting some UI issues.
Short trip.
At least here's to hoping. Alrighty, we are really having fun this morning. I wonder if we are gonna 30k here soon.
If you 30K, does the ship stay here or do I go with it?
Nope, ship stays here. Now, if only I 30k, which usually a 30k is the whole server crashed, but
Oh, really?
if I 30k, then you should be dropping out pretty quick there.
Okay. I didn't know it was the whole server.
Yeah, that's the reason why you'll see a bunch of people complaining about 30ks immediately after you log back in.
Ah, okay. I thought it was just me. When I was reading it online, I thought it said it was a issue with my client or something that didn't register with my client to the server.
There's a couple of different errors, but that is one of them that does happen. So yeah, we are getting some really buggy stuff that's sitting here. I wonder what the heck. So do you have your Moby Glass or course plotted?
Nope. I don't think so. Let me check here.
Try.
No. I see on the navigation. I see there's plot 1 on 2, and then plot 2 is Hurston or her L3.
Yeah. Okay. So for whatever reason, we are getting a whole lot of navigational errors. So we may have to jump back to Port Olisar and change servers. See, because this isn't showing obstructed. What the hell is going on? Alright. It's always when you want to show somebody the ropes, right?
All right.
Let me see here. Oh, 1 second. So, when I reset my stream there, give me a minute. I had to jump back over so I could take a look at some stuff. Alright. Now let's see if it'll let us jump from here, potentially. If it does, it does. If it doesn't, we'll just jump servers. Pearl L4, set route. Let's see. Into Hurston. Don't look like it's going to work.
Okay.
We are probably going to have to jump servers here. Yep. So we don't have to file a claim. Let's get this little ship back on the ground. So basically, what this little route does is, even here in a freelancer, you should probably be able to make about 12 to 15k profit, which is a lot for a freelancer.
Yeah, I was getting about 4 to 5 thousand. I was doing Port Hollister to what's it called? I was running spirits from Port Hollister to Daymar.
Mm-hmm.
The heart, I guess it's Bountiful Harvest, I think is what it's called.
Yep.
But yeah,
All right. So, what were you running out of Bountiful Harvest?
uh, spirits.
Okay. Best place to sell spirits is HURL4, and then grab scrap from there and bring it back to Port Olisar. And I know it sounds like it's a little bit of a longer run, but it does work out really well because it's the cheapest place to buy scrap, and Port Olisar is the most expensive place to sell it. So round trip, you can usually net a really good price because they buy the distilled spirits the same at the at that location as well as what they do here
Right.
at Olisar. So it just adds a little extra income to you. All right. Yeah, some stuff is really weird right now on this ship. Let's head on out of here and jump servers. I'll take you on that run.
Yeah, I'm trying to stand up. It's not letting me.
Yeah. Jump back up over on your seat. Oh, I see you standing. We're desynced. That's what's going
Yeah,
on.
I think that's what it is because I'm sitting down.
All right. So we're technically here on Port Olisar, and the ship is landed. So go, just commit suicide.
Okay. Let's see. Hold the backspace key.
Yep.
Damn, how long do I have to hold it?
You shouldn't have to hold it that long.
Okay, that's not working. Let's try this. Actions, player. Oh wow, I don't even have the opportunity to
Okay.
do that.
So do this. Just hit your escape key and go ahead and do an exit to menu. We're still in party, so it'll take us to the same menu. And let me know when you're in the menus
Okay.
itself.
All right,
Now,
menus.
this is Star Citizen. Oh, man. Alright, so back to that page. Channel. Now that'll work. Alright, so are you back in menus yet?
Yep.
Alright. You're in the one that says, Spaceports, Stanton System?
Yep.
Alright. When I take you in, when I hit this, it should automatically start loading you.
Yep.
Alright. Okay, so you've got the Avenger Titan available to you in the Freelancer, correct?
Correct.
Alright. So the Avenger Titan is a very, very capable machine as far as being able to run, box missions and being able to do a few things as far as combat goes. But one of the other routes that you have available to you to do is use the Freelancer and do claim jumper runs. Alright. Claim jumper runs are, it's kind of a ship-to-ship combat thing, but the Freelancer is better equipped to handle it than your Titan is.
Okay.
At least from a durability standpoint. Alright, now, I'm getting the intermittent bug that says I can't see my teammates, so I don't know where you are at.
I have a bug where it looks like I'm drunk.
Where you're drunk.
Yeah, as in like everything is blurry, like whenever you first wake up,
Mm-hmm. All
but
right.
I'm right behind you.
Well, if it's still blurry and still going nuts, then commit suicide and come right back out again. Hopefully that'll clear it up for you. Yep.
Hopefully.
Yeah, I love the ragdoll effect, by the way. And then you should be able to see my freelancer on the pad.
Okay. It did not clear it up, but I like a challenge.
You like a challenge. All right. That's on you. All right, so head up to pad 7.
Okay.
And you'll be able to actuate the doors and do anything that you need to do, so since we're in a party anyway. Engines on. All right.
Right.
Oh, goodness.
Oh shit, a break.
What's going on?
I'm trying to get up to pad 7. Good news is that I think I've cleared up most of my stuff.
All right. So, other things to know about in the game. Um, your ship consoles you can configure to where you don't have to go in and out of mobiGlas to ask for permission to land. So there's things that you can do there. The first-person shooter stuff in this game is still very, very touchy and iffy.
Yeah.
There's a few missions that are there. Most of them will end up with a crime stat. So I don't know if you've experienced the prison system yet.
No, not yet.
Okay. Have you ever done any first-person mining?
Nope.
Okay. I would suggest watching a video on YouTube on how to do it, because if you get thrown in jail, that's going to be one that you're going to need that skill in order to be able to get done.
Yeah, because you have to do the mining in order to get out of prison.
Yep. So let's see. Did you close the exterior, right?
Yep.
All right. All right. So by far in this game, trading is one of my favorite things to do. Okay. Um, Again, it's not without its risks. I want a couple. I want quantum. All right, now we're clear. Things look like they're going well, better now. Yeah, I think that server was about to crash. Um, so first-person mining is, especially if you're not dealing with much higher-end ships, first-person mining is a great way to make money. Okay.
Okay.
The way that you're going to do that is you have to pick up the multi-tool and the mining head. Um,
Yep.
I don't know if you've already got that. I see that you have the backpack already.
Yeah, I watched this. I watched a bunch of tutorials like before I even started playing the game, and some of them are outdated but still have good material. And I picked up the rucksack, the mining tool, the mining head, um,
Okay.
leg armor, arm armor.
So you've been making a little bit of cash here and there, just enough in order to be able to kind of get yourself outfitted a bit.
Yeah.
All right. Um, Box missions are good. They do tend to fly you all over the verse. But at 10K a pop, a box mission will pay you out pretty good if you get about 2 or 3 that are going to the same location. Okay,
Okay.
so your Avenger Titan is really, really good for that type of work. Um, as a matter of fact, when I first started, if you go to Grim Hex, there's about 5 or 6 box missions that you can take from Grim Hex. And if you accept them all you do is track the first one, grab the box, take it down to next to the airlock, and drop the box, okay, on the ground.
Okay.
Track the next one, and then keep bringing all your crates right next to each other, okay?
Okay.
Then pull out your ship, and then start hauling the crates into the ship. Because your ship will only sit there on the pad for so long.
Right.
Alright? But once you have those 5 or 6 on there, then you can immediately lift off and start your deliveries. And by the time you're done, you've made 50 or 60K.
Okay.
Alright? It's a really good way to start the game. One of the other things is, one of my favorite streamers just kind of kicked in. But one of the other things is you can do that, or you can do the claim jumper missions. Okay, the claim jumper missions are again just nothing but combat. They're a little bit more difficult. I would suggest your freelancer for that. And once you make it through the freelancer missions, you'll probably make around 10 to 15K per mission, and it could take anywhere from 15 to 20 minutes to do it. So that in an hour, you can probably make yourself about 30 to 45K. All right, so
Okay.
that's another way to do it. You could do the bounty hunting. Okay, bounty hunting in this game is not necessarily just against players. If you do the standard bounty hunting stuff, you're going against NPCs. All right, they don't pay a ton, but they're a good way with a smaller ship like the Titan in order to be able to make some funds.
Right.
Okay.
Like I did a bounty hunting mission. I think it was yesterday. Man, it was tough. It was against NPCs, but whenever I jumped into it, the target was a constellation Andromeda, and then he had somebody backing him up as a hammerhead.
Oh, you need to drop that one and leave. There's
Yeah,
you don't have the firepower for that.
well, I was able to range the Andromeda and just get away, and that was it. So I completed the bounty, but holy crap! I tried to sit there and go toe to toe with that hammerhead, and I could not put a dent in it.
Nope. That's the next ship I'm farming up.
Damn, that would be fun.
Yep. So right now, and again, I've only been here for a few months. I started streaming less than a month ago, but my org where I'm at right now, trying to get things set up and rolling. There's a couple of us that are part of this overall gaming channel that I'm on, and we so far I've been able to get myself a couple of caterpillars, and I've gotten a buddy of mine his caterpillar recently, and now it's time to start farming up for some other ships. I've got one of the Gladius fighters as well. So I think what we're going to be doing is probably going after our hammerhead next.
Cool.
Because me and a buddy Chad, which he may pop in here at some point in time today on Discord, but me and my buddy Chad, we find it much more interesting to do crewed missions. All right. Let's see. What other things can we kind of go through on here? Now, you don't have to plot a course when you're in system. Okay.
Okay.
One of the things that you can do is just, without having your course plotted, hit your spool, and it'll bring up points of interest that you can jump to. And all you do is just, like you would with a standard quantum, line up to it, and it'll automatically calibrate.
That makes it easy.
Now, if you have a course plotted, you have to clear the course before you can do anything else.
Okay.
All right. Have you been stopped and scanned yet by the police?
Nope.
Okay. If for any reason you have these red words or letters that pop up across your view screen that say, something like halt or whatever, stop immediately. Throw your system into, hit your X key, air space brake, I don't care what's going on. Because if you don't stop, they give you a crime stat 1, and it costs 20K to clear it.
Wow.
And that will eat your profits down very, very quickly.
Yeah, luckily I haven't had that yet.
So we just flew by a ship that's not on radar. That's alarming. Alright, now, going back into Port Olisar, and don't look around, right? So, my buddy Chad, he's in chat right now. But going back to Port Olisar is usually when I encounter those the most. Okay?
Okay.
Have you ever been interdicted yet?
No. The first thing that I've ever had for interdiction was whenever we couldn't take off in the cat.
Okay. So, interdiction is basically, there's some stuff that goes on where there's a couple of ships that have the ability, if you're flying close enough to them, to pull you out of quantum. Okay? There are some NPCs in the game that can do that. And typically what I will do is, it'll give you like an alarm bell as you're coming through quantum, and it'll drop you out of quantum. Okay? Typically what I'll do is I'll immediately speed up and go to max throttle. And I'm not just talking holding down the W key, I'm talking the mouse scroll and scrolling that throttle line all the way to the top. Okay?
Okay.
Line back up with where you were trying to get to. Don't even worry about them engaging you at all. Okay? Basically what you're going to do is you're going to basically make a run for it towards your natural quantum point. Spool your quantum drive, and eventually you'll outrun them just far enough that you can hit and hold that B key and launch into quantum away from them. Anything else is pretty much suicide, because you'll be facing off with 3 to 4 aircraft. Alright, so bear with me. If you want to come, feel free to step on out here.
Okay.
This is Ida, and we are at Woodruff. Ryder does the same thing right now. They're basically almost identical to each other. One of the things when you're on planet side, the wind will be a problem in a lot of locations. Right?
Yeah, I've noticed.
Now, what I'm looking for... Hold on. What I'm looking for here is there is a building that has a orange flashing light spire in front of it. There's ones that usually have like a solid light. Okay? But the one here that has this orange flashing light that I'm running towards right now, or moving towards, that in every single planet side location is always going to be the one that has the trade terminal in it. The blue one that's over to the, like if you're standing here where I'm at right now and you look over to the right, just between those crates, you'll see a blue light.
Yeah.
That is usually a habitat where you could go and climb into a bunk and log out.
Really?
Don't suggest it. I've had a lot of problems with it.
Okay.
Okay. Now, trade terminals can be a little touchy, especially on planet sides like this. So when you first come up to it, don't immediately click the buy button. Once you activate the terminal, start trying to select your ship. You always want to have your ship selected first, and then a lot of times it'll bring up your commodities that you're available to buy.
Okay.
Okay. Now from here again, I'm just going to take astatine. Okay. Now for your sake, because I know you're running a freelancer, which is the reason why I brought mine, a max load here costs about 46.5K. Okay. And
Okay.
as of right now, with what you were able to earn earlier, um, that should be about half of your funds.
Right.
Okay. All right. So here's the thing. First and foremost, once you get cargo, you are on a super crazy time clock. Okay, that's the way I like to look at it.
Yep.
There should be absolutely nothing wasted time-wise when you are trying to get back and get launched. So one of the things that frustrates me here with the wind is that it takes forever to get back to your ship on occasion. I'm going to kill my chat from my screen here. I don't need to have that up. Now, a bit of advice on the freelancer. You see that side door with the ladder?
Yeah.
Only use it to exit the machine.
Okay.
Don't use it to get in. Always use the lift gate on the back to get in. There is still a known bug that it'll sometimes put you where you're stuck in the ship's infrastructure. Okay?
Okay.
Alright. And don't climb into a pilot seat yet. Not until after I get in and get things started. And if you ever climb into a freelancer and for whatever reason you don't see your cargo after it's loaded and the terminal tells you it's loaded, don't worry about it. It's there. Again, it's another UI bug that happens. So usually what I'll do is I'll immediately launch off to save time, and I'll try and set at about a 90-degree lift, and then I'll turn on my cruise control. Okay?
Okay.
So while that's running, that's when I access my Mobi glass and go ahead and set my destination. And in this case, we're going to bolt back to Port Olisar. Which it doesn't want to give me the route, which means there's probably something in the way. Okay? So I'll pick a different destination. Have you ever done micro jumps?
Oh, yes.
Where you set a completely different route and then
Yep.
start your quantum and drop out of it?
Yep.
Okay, good.
The best way to drop out of quantum is just pressing the I key and shutting your engines off.
Well, once you're in quantum, if you're on one of the longer jumps, you can hold your B key down and it'll drop you again.
Okay.
But yes, you can still drop it by dropping your engines. So the funny thing was, I was actually looking for something to do today besides just my normal $1 million or million UAC challenge. So it's a good thing that I kind of ran into you here on today. So normally my farming deal is that I will try and see what I can do about cranking out 1 million UAC in about 4 or 5 hours. That's the fun and games that happen with a caterpillar.
Yeah.
Alright, so we are a couple million towards Hurl L5. I'm going to drop back out.
So how much does a hammerhead cost?
Hammerhead? 12.
Yeah. 12 million?
Yep.
Wow. And what's the What's currently the most expensive ship to buy?
I think it's the Reclaimer. I will
The
double
Reclaimer.
check, but I think it's the Reclaimer.
Now,
I
whenever they patch and they do like this is 3.9, right?
yes.
So let's say they do 4.0 or whatever. Do they take away all of your ships, or do they just leave you with your buyer package?
Okay, so that is a very tricky question, but I'll do what I can for that. So what ends up happening is they have said that ships and funds are supposed to be part of the persistent universe. Okay?
Okay.
Which means you are supposed to keep all of your ships and in-game purchases and things like that. Okay?
Okay.
Um, Here's the thing. Whenever they have I'm trying to get my spreadsheet to load, but it will not right now. Okay. We'll give that a minute to try and catch up. So what'll happen is that whenever they do a patch, if they have server-side issues or database issues, they always say that they reserve the right to wipe. Sometimes they have to in order to be able to fix what's going on in the programming.
Right.
All right. So there is always the occasion where whatever you buy in game could be completely lost. But what you are left with is always your starting ship, whatever package you purchased or any ship purchases that you make out of game.
Okay.
Okay. Um,
All right.
which, again, I give you kudos for not going for the cheapest package and actually getting the Avenger Titan. It's one of the better starting ships that you can possibly get a hold of. Now, one of the other things that I will tell you is you have an option that's available to you that I don't necessarily recommend, but don't do it with any larger ship other than your Titan.
Okay.
The drugs in this game. Getting to some of the places like Jumptown and other places that are hidden and picking up the narcotics and flying them out to like Grim Hex and selling them, it will make you some good money, but it's very, very time consuming. And if you get pulled over and scanned by the cops, you're going to jail.
Coppers have to catch me first.
Well, you'll still get a crime stat by running from them.
Oh man.
But again, you can make some good money. I mean, the temptation was, with a lot of people, is to go buy as much as you possibly can, load up a big ship, but they don't realize that selling it becomes the problem because the locations only buy it in such limited quantity. So when you find resources like your titanium run that I
Yeah.
explained to you, and then you find resources like the diamond run to Levski, or this astatine run back to Port Olisar from Ida, or your scrap runs and such to and from your HURL4 location to Port Olisar,
Mhm.
all of those take almost an unlimited quantity. Okay, so whatever ship you have, you can fill up and you can make those runs, and not have to
Okay.
worry about having to hold on to that cargo.
Yeah, I didn't know that there was buying limits from stations and stuff. I thought it was just like, oh hey, running the trade route. Yeah, we'll buy it.
Uh, your major locations tend to buy significantly more quantity than everyone else, and right now Port Olisar is considered a major location. So that's the thing. A lot of people, I don't know if you've seen it, but like the agricultural supplies and things like
Yeah.
that, they're worth a ton of money, and a lot of people want to try and do trades with them. But the problem is that everywhere you go that would buy those, again, only buys them in such limited quantity that you'd have to make a bunch of jumps to make a full sale. So it's really not worth it.
Hmm.
Have you ever used Galag yet?
Use what?
Okay, it answers that question. Galig is a trading app.
Yeah, I definitely haven't. You said it's a trading app. Is it browser based or is it on your phone?
It's browser based.
Okay.
Um, let me get us to Port Olisar, because right now we do have a load of cargo on board, and then I can take you through that process.
Okay.
Because it's
It's
a.
prob.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. It's probably gonna be like this will probably be the last thing I got to do because then I got to go to work.
No worries. All right, and feel free. You're welcome to jump in and out of this Discord anytime you see either me or anybody else on. Somebody will be here to kind of answer questions and you know do whatnot.
Okay. Well, I mean, I appreciate it. It's definitely helpful. It's a lot more fun to actually learn with somebody versus just having to watch YouTube tutorials while your ship, regenerates.
Been there, done that. Oh, and by the way, the larger the ship, the longer the regeneration time.
Oh, really?
Caterpillar, 37 minutes.
Oh my God. How much does it cost to expedite?
1400, 1500,
Okay.
which sometimes is better than the fuel cost.
Wow.
Oh, the short runs in Caterpillars are great, but if you're running across Galaxy and you're trying to fuel up a whole bunch, it can get rough. Why do I keep wanting to land like I'm in the Caterpillar? Because I fly it all the damn time, right? Alright, hold on a second. Let me get a landing spot here. I keep lining up to the big pad. Have you used the auto land feature yet?
Yes. I can't say I like it very much.
Oop. That's why I was asking. I think it's garbage. Alright. So, on this one, like I said, when you're getting out of the machine, feel free to hop on up and come back. Where are you at?
I'm coming.
Okay. Didn't know whether you're in the front or back. Whenever you're getting out of the Freelancer, feel free to use the exit ship on the ladder. Okay?
Okay.
Open door. Exit ship. And I tell you that, and it doesn't work. Son of a gun. Alright. It's wanting to be terrible today. Yeah. Don't go out the back. Hold on. What the hell just happened?
Where'd you go?
It doesn't have us parked on the pad. No, it's not. It has my butt sticking way off the end. Alright, I'm gonna back off and re-land.
Okay.
Because apparently, even though we were centered on that, it decided that was not happening. Yo, goodness, come on, little girl. You're not supposed to do that. Alright, fine. It's locking me in. It's causing some problems. Which means we're looking at more server issues right now.
Well, at least we're at the port.
Yeah, you know, I used to be pretty confident about being at the port itself and having a landed set of cargo until one time it 30K'd on me, and even with the ship landed, it didn't let me sell the material.
What?
Yep. It registered it as an unknown location.
Wow.
Yeah. So it does happen from time to time. But let me tell you, let me get in here, sell this, and tell you what the profit margin is on that, so you know what that run will net you.
Okay.
Because we bought for about 35K. All right. So this valuation here to sell this is 59K.
Okay. And
So
you bought for, what'd
uh,
you say, 39?
about 30. It's either 37 or 39, but it's about 20K profit one single run.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's a way that you can make a little bit of cash here on the side. But again, never risk more than half of what you have commodity-wise. Um, don't chase the trade, because it's kind of like gambling. Eventually, a house will win. All right, man. So you said you got to get off to work, so feel free stop on by, shoot me a message in game if you're ever back on and you see me on.
I really appreciate it, man. Thank you.
No problem.
You take her easy.
Have a good one. Right. So let's see. At least gave me something to do here in the verse. That was kind of cool. Hopefully those that are watching did enjoy at least a little bit of some of the training side of this. I know it was probably not as fantastically done as possible, but help a noob out, give him 100K. Yeah, we'll roll with that. It's not a big issue. Let me see. So, party, leave group. Don't need to worry about all that. And what to do. We got about 45 minutes left of stream time. So, do I want to go after funds? Or do I want to go and let's take the Gladius out and go do a claim jumper? Let's see what's going on, because I hear a whole lot of... Alright. Good to go there. Star Citizen Trading. We're going to take that one back down because that doesn't matter. It's not letting us pull it. So B02. Right? Let's go grab our Gladius and let's go do something fun. That's pad 3 and 4. We want to go up to 02. America, how are you doing today? I'm doing pretty good. And yourself? Engines on. Full launch. Alright, let's see what kind of jobs we have available to us. Still a little tired from working, but yeah. Alright, well. It's time to relax, man. Go have some fun. Get yourself a drink. Play yourself a game. Enjoy what's going on here, brother. Alright, so let's... Do we want to do a bounty hunter to... No, not for that. Not there. Let's go mercenary. Let's pick up our call to arms. Alright, so general, back to mercenary. What kind of claim jumpers do we have? Shubin. Hurl L5, hurl L5, L4, hurl L3. Let's take that one. Wait, 38 million? No, 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 no. That ain't happening. That is way too damn far. So let's abandon that one. Personal. Merc. Claim jumpers. Hurl L5. I guess we're going to go ahead and take the Hurl L5. Let's get on that one. Shouldn't be near as bad. Hopefully we should be able to make that flight. Yes, we can. Take us a little bit of time to get there, but we can get in and out of there, and then we got a station to refuel at, so that'll be good. Red Dragon, what are you talking about? LOL, WTF? What's going on? Thanks, Lit Knight. It was good flying with you, brother. Dude, I am sorry. I totally missed it. What request did you make? Play audio 2. Oh, come on. I know you want to run. Play audio 3. I wanted to see Jumptown place you mentioned. Okay. Tell you what. Let me do this claim jumper, and what I'm going to do is we will run over to Jumptown. It is a pain in the butt to get there. But what we'll do is, after I complete this mission and I get the complete, then we'll go ahead and just commit suicide. No, 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 dude, I am not worried about it taking time to get there. Because again, I was just looking for some stuff to do in stream today. Let me know if the music is a little overpowering. So what I'll end up doing is, because what'll happen is, and it's better for me, is once I go through and I get this mining claim done, then we'll actually just drop, and I'll commit suicide. It'll drop me back to Fort Olisar, as long as I haven't landed for fuel or anything, which puts me closer to Jumptown. So, and in full disclosure, it's been a little while since I've been there, so it may be an interesting ordeal trying to find it again. But I'm alright with that. Yila has to be lined up in the proper alignment for you to be able to get daylight enough to get out there. If not, man, it's brutal. But we'll do that. We'll end the stream on running drugs for the day. How does that sound? Forever and a day to fly. The smaller the ship, the slower the quantum. I love it. Oh, Red Dragon, I appreciate the compliment. The thing is that I'm just telling people what I wish I had known when I first started, because I had to fumble through a lot of this, and man, I didn't have anybody that would take me under their wing or teach me anything. I mean, it is what it is. Okay. It's not going to give me that. I am going to have to plot to you. Why are you not letting me track my... Okay. Fine. We'll jump here and then make the micro jump. Still gonna show me obstructed? Of course you are. You're gonna make me fly all the way out there. Alright, fine. I'll deal with it. This little sucker can book. Launch quantum drive. Normally when I do these with somebody else, so we'll see. Cruise control. See if it will let me take it now. obviously does not want to. That's fine. We can get in there. There we go. Alright, what do we got? Target next enemy. Target next enemy. Target nearest enemy. Ooh, there we go. Where are our... There. Target nearest enemy. Target next enemy. You should have been here just allowing me to beat the snot out of you. Oh, it killed one of my weapon systems. Alright, let's get this... I only have those left. I rammed into them. It's my own fault. Alright, that was bad. We're going to back our speed down here a little bit. Let our shields regenerate. Power to shields. Target next enemy. Target nearest enemy. Why is it not taking it? You're driving me nuts here, buddy. Let's get past you. Alright, good. We've got our shields back up again, even though it's showing a critical warning. We're good. I'm trying to find my sentries again. Don't want to take out the ships. I want to get after my sentries first. Seriously? Okay. Well, that's fine. We're going to make Jumptown our next run, because I had already killed a bunch of weapon systems, so that should not have taken place like that. But anyway, whatever. It's all good. And America, yeah, I know I was still on my cruise control. But my targeting system, my audio targeting system, was not picking up the way I needed it to pick up. So, no big deal. We will run that a little bit later on. I'm going to get rid of and set that mission for right now. Let's go to Jumptown. Because of the way I parked the Freelancer last time, I should have a fine to pay. I don't. At least not there. Freelancer stored. Oh, they just stored it. I should have had a fine. A02. So, jump down. So this is one of those locations that is not marked on the map. So let's just say good luck. Alright, so we need to head to Grim Hex first. Of course, I was looking over at chat, not paying attention, and I ran down like I'm running towards the caterpillar. There is no way on God's green earth I am loading up the caterpillar full of drugs. We're on pad 2. We go this way. Engines on. Short launch. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay. That ain't cool. It's my joystick was still locked in. Alright. That was kind of an interesting takeoff. So we will be heading to Yela, and we want to hit up Grim Hex. So I know you may be looking at me like I'm a little strange there with that red dragon, but this is the starting point to get there. And then I'll walk you through the process to get in and out, where we need to go. Alright, so Grim Hex, running drugs, starting our career as criminals. Alright, so from Grim Hex, you have to aim back at Yela. Just do a generic spool and launch towards the planet. From here, I believe we are looking for OM6. Again, been a while, so bear with me. If we look back at the planet at this point, we're on the dark side. Damn it. Okay. So there is a land feature that I'm looking for right now, and it's hard to see in the dark. I want to say it's this right here. is it at? I don't want to twist and turn yet. Yep, I think it's this one. So if we rotate here, and we put our nose up here on the horizon. Again, this is really difficult in the dark. Once we put our nose up here on the horizon, now we just got to write it in. So this is the boring part, is you actually have to make these flights. And unfortunately, this is going to take some time. I mean, we're talking about a 10 or 15 minute flight here to get in. I'll speed it up, but there's a very high probability we're going to overshoot. No, dude, don't worry about it. I mean, if for whatever reason we don't find it today, we'll make a we'll purposely make it a deal to try and get in here and find it tomorrow. Again, once the daylight hits this side of the planet, it's much easier to work with. See, the challenge is that it's finding the land features. And because if you look at my screen right now, you're going to see that there's a lot of frosting on the glass. That's what makes it difficult and challenging to be able to locate, because it's hard to pick out the land features versus what you see in the night. And then the fact we have the sun that's sitting just up to the upper right of my cockpit really makes things a lot more challenging. And like I said, if we overfly it, we will come back and do it tomorrow, but we'll do it in the daylight so that I can definitely get you there and show you. What's really unnerving, though, is I don't have an altimeter yet. So we haven't gotten close enough to the planet. There we go. And only being a few degrees off could really just make this a bear. Okay. I'm gonna twist and turn. Yep, we did. We took the wrong angle because it is supposed to be an independent mountain. I think we will double check if it's this one right here. But we may have taken the wrong angle. Yep, we came in on the wrong angle, dude. So I said that's what I'm afraid of here at night. So we are gonna have to probably make that a deal for tomorrow. Because I am not seeing it here at the moment. It's not lit up like you normally would see most places, so yeah, Red Dragon, we are going to make that a task for tomorrow, and we'll find a time when there's actually sunlight hitting this side of Gila, and that's when we can try and fly in here. Because that landmass issue is going to be a pain to try and navigate. I'll check this solo mountain that's sitting over here, but I said 1 or 2 degrees on that long flight, and you've massively overshot the area. But it's in one of these little canyons that sits right next to the side of the mountain. So I will be on, and I know you're in New York, I will be on at about 9 o'clock my time, Central Time. So as soon as you jump in and I can see you on, just sound off and let me know, and then we'll come over here and double check and see if we're on the right side of the mountain, or if we're on the right side as far as light is concerned, and we'll redo our approach to try and come back in here to jump down. Alright? Yep, that one's not it. We would have to reset and do the whole thing over again and just keep kind of trucking around in the dark. All right, guys. So I'm probably going to get back on later on this evening and just play, but it will not be on the stream. So if any of you guys are in the verse and you want to hit me up, just add AFT Biohazard to your friends list, and we'll link up and get some game time in. So with that, we will hit Jumptown tomorrow, and we will run some drugs. So I appreciate it. Have a good time, and